Oh, what's the main trap in the Stafford? The main trap in the Stafford. There's so many traps. So starting from this position, which is like the main starting point, and most e4 players will get to this because it's just so natural. It's also objectively the best approach for white. I mean, where to start? So the fun trap is d3, bishop c5, bishop g5, and then you can take on e4, say, oh no, my queen, and then deliver mate. So this has occurred. What did I just do? Close to 700 times on Lichess. Yeah, knight e4 is just, yeah, it's completely winning. If knight takes e4, bishop e3, you can take and still keep throwing punches. Here you take, and then you're winning material in every line. I had a game where my opponent played queen e2. Yeah, this one. I took, takes, and then very nice move, king d8. Reminiscent of that king d7 idea we saw earlier, just to free open the file for the rook. So white played bishop e2, breaking the pin, but then queen c1. And opponent resigned, given that after this, white loses a queen. So that's one trap. There's another nice trap if white plays e5, knight e4, d3. Bishop c5 is winning. Using some similar theme against f2. If white takes, then you can take here and you're winning the queen. Takes, takes. If king e2, bishop g4. So every line you're just like throwing punch after punch. If white plays d4 here, which is like the best move, there's still traps with queen h4, hitting f2. And most natural move is g3. Oh, maybe queen f3. Yeah, queen f3 is a better move. But g3 is also natural, but it's a mistake because knight takes g3. Hitting the rook. After f takes, there's queen e4 winning the rook. How many traps was that? That was 3. Oh, the most common trap is knight c3, bishop c5, d3. You can also get this from d3, bishop c5, knight c3. So many like amateurs will just play this instinctively, and then knight g4, and you're winning back material. Really, the only move for white to defend f2 is bishop e3. You win back a pawn. It's best to take with knight, and then your bishop dominates. Oh, another trap that a lot of people fall into is bishop c4 here. Like, very natural developing move. And that's the great thing about Stafford Gambit. So many natural moves are just blunders. In this case, after bishop c4, there's knight g4. Hitting f2. In this case, there's no bishop e3. Most players I've encountered castle, and then queen h4, it's just crushing. I've had a few games where white will play h3, knight f2, queen f3, and then double check. Wherever the king moves, you play knight f2, and then you mate on h1. So, and you can see, like, based on the Lichess stats, like how many games opponents will fall into this, and especially the win percentage for black. Now just to show, if white plays queen f3 here, which is a tricky move. Oh, 2 people have sadly taken on f2 and gotten mated, I assume. Yeah. So don't take on f2, but play knight e5, best move. Forking the queen and bishop. If queen e2, then queen h4 is very strong. And the threat is to take, because the queen's overworked. Queen's defending this and this. So you just want to take twice and then win c4. I think g3. If g3, then queen h3 and bishop g4 is coming. So it's just really, really difficult. Also, bishop g4 is a threat. because the f pawn can't move. Whoa, it's GM Reigns gifting subs. Thanks, GM Reigns. I'll read off the sub names in just a moment. I want to share one more like really favorite trap because we've only scratched the surface. Favorite trap time. I know I've shown this before, but it doesn't get old, so I'm showing it again. Knight c3, bishop c5. Let's say white plays bishop e2. And what I'm about to show, I've had most often against like strong players. I had it once against Kostyniuk, who's like a former world women's champion. I had it against Tatev Abrahamian in like a casual blitz game. Probably like a few other GMs as well. So this is a safe move. Just trying to prevent knight g4. Here I like to play h5. Let's say white plays another safe move, h3. This is already like close to winning for black. And it's an incredible variation. Sometimes I'll show this to like strong players and have them calculate until black's winning. But for this case, I'll just show after queen d4 castling, there's knight g4. And part of this line is based on computer preparation. But the idea, of course, is we're just attacking f2. If white takes, and then let's say white plays an innocent move d3. This is already forced mate, because how to stop it? If g3, this pawn is pinned. This is just mate. And then, so already here, white's in big trouble. Because queen e5 is just a deadly threat. Yeah, this is very fishing pole-like. So I think the only way to really keep the game going, because if bishop takes g4, we still have queen e5. There's no f4 because the pawn's pinned. If this, we just take, and there's always this queen g3 idea with mating in the end. So the best try for white is to play g3, and then the line is incredible. We play queen e5. Again, threatening mate in 1. Also threatening this. So d4 doesn't work because of this. So king g2. And now black to move. Play the only winning move. Let's see how sharp chat is. Yeah, oh, I barely know the rules. Knows the rules. And even more, yeah, bishop takes f2. And if rook takes f2, what do we do here? I'm actually trying to remember. Yeah, we have to play queen h5. Idea queen h3. And this is really bad for white. Because this is, what is this? This is just a mate threat, queen h3, king g1, queen h1. If a move like rook f4 is played, we check, takes, and we're winning everything. Oh, rook f5 might be the best move. But okay, we can see black is already completely winning here. So there's a funny line, king takes f2, after which we check here, and then I think the engine will give bishop e6. And this is also completely winning for black. Some idea of queenside castling with check. White's king is just in the center. So this is why I play Stafford Gambit. Like, there's so many traps, like especially this one. It's very easy for strong players to walk into. Now I usually just play it in like blitz or bullet because there are options for white to essentially refute it or get it so black has no compensation. Oh, I can show one more. I'm really going in depth. I'll show one more just kind of funny line. If we go back to this position, let's say this. Bishop c5 and then h3. Then, yeah, I've had this position before. So black can take here. And after it takes, knight takes e4. It's a crazy line. I think objectively it's equal. If white plays king g1, you can force a draw. So if you're playing like a strong player, you can you can get away with just a quick draw. There's a funny line, I think king f3? Yeah, king f3 and then castling. The engine will give a plus for white, but this is not so clear. Especially like king takes e4. People can have fun analyzing on their own. So anyway, I lost count how many traps there were, but I hope people are inspired. I'll probably put this whole thing on YouTube. I've been meaning to do a Stafford Gambit video for a while. So I think I shared most of my main prep. Is there anything else I left out? I guess if I put this on YouTube and people have questions about specific variations, feel free to comment. There are like engine refutations, but I think the risk versus reward, there's so much potential for reward in this line. So anyway, yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Stay tuned for more content and subscribe.